Well, it turns out there was just a bunch of trash, old nasty ass grease, built up in that main bearing. And once I hit it with some cleaner, as you can see, it's pretty freed up now. As you can see, there was some nasty old shit inside the seal. Seal itself's pretty damn hard, so I think it was a good call to split it and replace them. And that's bone dry after the carb cleaner. That's with no oil or anything yet. So naturally it'll have a little more drag when it's lubricated. That's also why it's a little noisy. It feels pretty good. Doesn't feel crunchy. I don't feel any flat spots, you know. And honestly, as easy as this engine was to split, I think it's worth the risk of not replacing the mains. I'm just going to go with the crank seals. This rod's a little crunchy too, but I'm going to do the same thing, just clean it out. I'm pretty sure it's just grungy crap in the bearing, like this one. Almost like it laid on this side and everything settled over here and it just dried out. I don't know. But there was literally no signs anywhere that those chunks of piston I found missing when I first got into this engine. There's no signs that any of that made it down to the crank in any way. There's no marks inside the covers, nothing. Both crankcases are clean. I found no debris, no marks of any debris. So I don't know what the hell the deal is with that piston, but I think we're good to go. Now I'm going to have to get a couple of nuts and bolts and build little jacks to put between these two center crank webs and press this center crank apart to get it this seal set, because the two cranks are keyed and kind of press fit, but not really super tight press fit like a rod or a crank main. So just a couple of bolts and nuts will be enough to jack them apart, and then when you put it back together, you do it with a press. But you know, I can figure something out for that. A big vise will do it too. Anyway, it's not an interference fit like a crank pin, so it's doable by myself. And there we are. Good news and bad news. Like I said, I was a little worried about that. That thing was stuck, man. It felt like shit. But as soon as I popped the seal and cleaned it out, she's doing good now. More to come from Timmy.